welcome to the Be the Light Meditations. I am Jan Jorgensen. And now, look, it popped up, Start AI Companion with Recording. No, thank you. These are frequencies of information and words that come through me every Wednesday morning with the Be the Light Meditations. And I myself am surprised at the topics we choose, but more than what I say, if you listen to these meditations, I will tell you the narrative, the story, the why, or the how, but you must drop in and be not distracted to receive the full frequency bath that allows for the shift to make your life brighter, calmer, and less confusing, less chaos. There's enough chaos in the external world. We are only responsible for what lives within ourselves. So today's topic is kind of unusual, but it comes up. You see it in a lot of YouTubes that we have, here it is right here, we have shadows in our past, unconscious, vibrational urges, triggers, angers, suppressions, resistances that didn't even come from this lifetime. So now we have to stretch into, do we live many lives? Do we don many different human packages and bodies with this consciousness that we are carrying? And the answer is yes. So imagine that it's true, even if that's pushing something. So these shadow items stay there until you've got a pretty good mastery that you understand your vibration, you understand intention creates stuff, and you're suddenly at the end of your spiritual path being dogged by big, huge, unconscious resistances. Maybe resistance to speaking up your truth because you were beheaded or worse in another lifetime. And maybe the person that beheaded you is now your husband in this lifetime, or your daughter. Someone told me that, I probably shouldn't say this, but I had a partner one time, and they told me that he had stabbed me and killed me in 9 out of like 11 lifetimes, and that I needed to get out in one piece before he lived that out again. So we recycle songs and records. Why? Because it's a path of least resistance. Think about the old records, those of you that remember vinyl records. That little crystalline thing stays in the groove and plays what was laid down over and over again. You could listen to that same song and it will never vary. The notes, the words, ba-da, 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 ba-da. There's no divine intervention. It will stay the same. That represents the 3D. That represents you showing up with people who give you a name and give you a label and want you to stay in that groove. And in that groove is also playing the music of all of your past. So people are drawn into your record. It's actually records. It's your Akashic records all coming through and holding place in your biofield until you are ready to face that issue, ouchie, or karma, or something that went bad, it didn't go down well in a lifetime. And you could have been the perpetrator, or you could have been on the receiving end. So if we want to be the light, we got to clear the decks. We have to take that record and say, you are old. This is not me. This is a vinyl pressed slice of time until I woke up, until I saw the light, until I became the light, until I lightened up and eventually became enlightened. So wouldn't it make sense that the deep root, the worst stuff that it's caused you for lifetimes to search and whatever and be unhappy, that the major trauma or karma would wait till the end when you have the power, the skill, the know-how, the brain power, and the vision to see it for what it is, a vibrational construct that fit that time and that place and no longer serves you. So that's where the Be the Light meditation process is so wonderful. It puts you in power and holding the realm of what can be, what you wish things would be, and you're allowing yourself for the record to be retired, which is scary because then you're floating out there. Who am I? You're a divine being at will to co-create and love. I'm going to say that again. That's who you really are. You're a divine being who can create at will. And you've been creating off an old record. An old record that includes lots of shadows and traumas and turmoils. So whatever you're going through right now with any person or what the world is going through, we are burning up the records because Earth and those that are ready and born to do this are cleaning the slate, starting fresh. We're burning the books. We're burning anything constricting. And we are allowing ourselves to be light and to sculpt our thoughts and our choices and our words towards loving, joyful creations in community with each other, connected. I don't know how many amazing, talented people I've heard say this week, but I don't have money. And I said, well, maybe the old way of living in your own fancy house, yourself or another person, is kind of an old way, the old record. Maybe living with just what you need in community, joyfully interacting, not in isolation, is something that you are being called to do. And those moving forward with resources and properties, their mission is to use their tools, their skills, their know-how, and their love to magnetize people in and give them an example of how to live in loving community. So if you're being thrown something out of left field now, there's something there. Maybe learning to hold a brighter, bigger boundary for the dark that comes through anyone and everything just when you least expect it. We are being required to be in our mastery to see, discern, and call out errant energies and to not be lifeboats, but lighthouses. I think I say that every week now. To be lighthouses with empathy and compassion. But right now, you restoring your light, your well-being, and your peace and sanctity is the most important thing for the planet. So let's go back to our original topic. How do you get rid of the karma? By becoming awake and seeing it for what it is and saying, oh my God, I've been playing that all my life and just different people have shown up, and now it's so big, I can't escape it. I myself am working on a huge issue. It's an archetype issue. It's about women thinking that, well, who am I to be in charge? Who am I to hold dominion? And I'm just so close to just popping that old belief. And it feels giddy, exciting, and scary because it changes everything. Doing one little thing changes everything. It's like putting a key in a lock, and once the bank vault is open, everything is different. You have let the cat out of the bag, open the treasure chest, let the bank, and it's like hitting the lottery. What can change? But you must spiral into the conundrum because we are under spells, and the spells come from our own history, other timelines, the social systems, the churches, everything. So the other day I was driving, and I don't know why, there's something about driving. It's very therapeutic for me because I kind of have to pay attention, but the rest of my brain is up here. But if I get a ticket, I don't know what I'll tell them. Well, my brain's working things out. But I suddenly blurted out, Mom, Mom. And I felt my mother's energy come in, and I said, I broke the spell. I broke the spell that women need men to be resourced and to feel safe in the world. And I said, oh my God, that was my unconscious. And that comes from my lineage, my Irish lineage. When I went to Ireland and I talked to the women, and they had no power. So it was in my great-grandmother, it was in my grandmother, it was in my mother. Defer to men to be safe. How can the divine feminine lead the planet home if she's deferring to the old, tired, electric, obviously almost out of, nasty tricks in their bag, sort of magicians? So let's breathe into and begin to identify anything that is showing up for you, because you are clearing it for your ancestry, your whole lineage, your whole family, and mainly for the generations to come, that earth can be clear of these old records. So let's take a deep breath, and we're not saying it didn't happen. We're saying it did happen. And we are seeing that what is, what was. But that's not me, and that's not my future. So let's take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We place a beautiful holon of balance over our entire body, and we are residing peacefully in this realm. We ask and intend that anything in our timeline at present that has been brought from the past, that is just dredging up old bits of activities, trauma, conversations, we ask that all just be thrown out into the universal sea of transmorphing now. Take another breath. See, we don't even have to know what it is. We are saying all lifetimes. We have done this Be the Light here, for 15 years? You know how to do it. Just see it, name it, allow it. Feel your body lightening up. And we also say, ask and intend to forgive all those people who showed up to remind me that I still had that junk in me. I was still dragging around those old suitcases weighing me down, and inviting you into that role of my tyrant, persecutor, the villain, attracting demons and trying to get me out of my alignment. We cast out any vibration within ourselves that might feel that we need to continue this. We cast out, we release any fears that somehow we won't be safe if we're not dancing the chaotic trauma dance on this earth. And we breathe in a new vibration that says, it is wonderful. It is safe to be in the flow of life, in its juiciness and joy. and its fullness. In this moment on, we decree that we allow the divine flow and sense of light and safety flow through us, fully dissipating, unlocking, and relocating to new realms where it can be recreated. All of these old memories and energies, just let it stream out. So we'll make an intention that this will continue for the next 3 days. Now, what's going to happen is you've changed. You've changed the energy and the dance with everyone else in your life. Change your mind, change your life. Change your beliefs, change your emotions, change your life. And we have chosen something new, freedom. And we fill all of that space with love, truth, beauty, and goodness. We fill ourselves. I don't know, I was kind of seeing cookies then. I mean, just the sweetness, the joy, the flavors, the crispiness, the party, the celebration. Take a nice deep breath and feel, oh my God, you haven't had that deep of a breath in a long time. Shake your hands, shake your feet, because that energy is going to keep moving out for 3 days. And drink lots of water and be gentle with yourself and watch with curiosity and humor how other people react to you differently in subtle ways. Beautiful. Let's put a nice golden resilient egg around our entire energy field and to protect ourselves. And I'll see you next week. Be the Light Meditations. I'm Jan Jorgensen at soundandlighthealingarts.com. And for those of you a female who register as a female in the world and would like to be a queen, complete queen, I could take you through my mentoring program. It's called Becoming Queen. All right. Thanks for joining me today.